The anticipation for this film is real. What can you tease for Marvel fans about what they can expect and about some of the classic characters we're going to be seeing returning as the multiverse sort of opens up?
What can we tease?
So much has already been
Yeah, I feel like
teased.
the trailer's definitely been
The trailer has been
teasing.
like
Yeah.
analyzed
yeah,
so
think-
deeply.
for sure.
Something that one of my favorite aspects of the movie, without giving anything away, is that Jamie Foxx might have the funniest line in the entire MCU. He has this one scene
Right.
that
Yeah.
is honestly like
Good.
it's so funny.
But then there's that other one scene that I think
That is, yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
talk about
that
that is
scene.
so sick.
The scene.
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, well, I know you guys can't tease too much, and I know everyone's analyzing everything, but maybe you can tell me a little bit of what you can expect from the evolution of your characters.
Yeah, of course. I think we all kind of grow up in this film, but the nice thing is that we get to do it together. I think that's what John Watts has done so well as a director, is that he's really strategically planned these 3 arcs to kind of grow at the same time, especially with our relationship as, you know, friends and then lovers, you know. It's really beautiful, and
Nice slow burn.
and it is a really nice slow burn, and I think that's why the fans have connected so well and to us as a trio, because they feel like they know us.
I wanted to ask you guys about your hilarious appearance on the Graham Norton show. Tom and Zendaya, you told this really funny story about how your height difference sort of affected landing a stunt.
You want to clear the throat really quick? Yeah. There you go.
I'm a bit sick today. Go on.
Water?
Thank you.
All right.
The height difference.
What ended up being the solution to that stunt? And will we see more of MJ catching Spider-Man? Because I would love to see that.
I would like
I
to
got
see that
you.
too. Yeah, it's tough. It's just physics, isn't it? Like, I'm heavier than you, but you're taller than me. So like Zendaya's feet hit the floor first, but my feet hit the floor harder. So when I hit the floor, I like swing underneath from the tension of the wires, and then Zendaya would very graciously sort of catch me and then like rest me on the bridge. Which
Yeah, because my
obviously,
feet were there and you were just
like
hovering.
if your
still.
feet are there, wow, you're
Yeah.
not that much taller than me. Oh, you're not.
I mean,
It's the
It's
knees.
this part.
It's the
It's this
knees where
part.
the big. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but she has long calves.
It's true.
I do.
That's our big height difference
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
Anyway,
So wait, so what ended up being the fix to making it all work then?
They just let him lower, right?
yeah, it's on it's on a machine called a ratchet. A ratchet is essentially like a long pole that it's a tube that fills up with air. Then they release the air very quickly, and a pole is like dragged into the chamber, and then that flies us up in the air. And essentially, they can like change the PSI on each machine, and we're connected to our own one. So essentially, Zendaya needed more air to fly. I don't know. There's some sort of stunt
They
thing
just
they can
stopped
do.
him a little bit later
Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm sure
so
you're
that
right.
we would land at the same
At
time.
the same time. Yeah. But it was also the pole that we were landing on was like this wide. So it was really difficult.
Beam.
It was probably like that wide, but for the sake of the story, it was like,
It was like
it was
this.
like a ruler.
It's like a hair strand.
Yeah. It was
Do
crazy.
you guys ever have to do any stunts where you're like, not this one?
No?
Yeah, loads.
Oh, well,
On
probably
this
for
movie,
you,
yeah.
yeah.
for you. Sure.
But for us, nah.
I know we were really game.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
game. Yeah,
I always
We're
like
just
to
excited to be a part of it.
for sure.
I like to pretend that I say that like, oh, I'll do all the stunts that I'm not allowed to do, but that's not true. There are stunts on this movie that you could not get me to do. My stunt double Luke had to do this one stunt where they ratchet him into a staircase,
Mm.
and
And I would
mate,
also say you had an amazing stunt, and your shoulder was
Yeah.
like dislocated.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I injured my shoulder, and it was this thing where I kind of had to grab onto something like dangling from this from scaffolding, and it was definitely very
Yeah, with your
crazy.
dislocated
yeah, with my
shoulder.
busted shoulder.
Yeah.
So it was pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Wow.
being very good advocates of George Cockle here. Let's
No, but
make
you made
sure
sure
George
all-
Yeah,
Cockle
he
is
made
the
sure,
best.
yes, yeah, he made sure that I was
You
safe.
never-
And it
everyone
always
was
keeps
safe.
us
I
safe.
wasn't like hurt in any way. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you only dislocated one shoulder, so stop complaining about that. Jeez.
But his shoulder was not dislocated on set.
Yes, no, it wasn't. That
It was
nothing
an
to do with the
outside
movie.
injury.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Yeah,
They took
What were
good
you
care of
doing?
him.
dumb things.
Now, in this film, we see Spider-Man's identity revealed, right? And Peter Parker becomes a public figure himself now. He can't
Yes.
have a moment of privacy, which I feel like I'm sure you guys can all relate to. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering, as actors, has a fellow actor ever given you advice, or maybe you given advice to each other about navigating life in the public eye?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like I always ask you guys all the time
Yeah.
about advice, and uh, definitely helped me a lot for sure. But I think pretty not worried about that type
Yeah.
of stuff sometimes. I just
You
feel
don't
like
let that stuff get
sometimes-
to you at all, do you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty
Yeah.
doing my own vibes all the time. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're lucky that we have each other.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had people, you know, Chris Hemsworth has reached out before, and RDJ is someone that I'm in touch with quite a lot. And, you know, they're always giving advice about this crazy life of fame. It can be quite daunting and tough at times.
What's maybe some of the best advice you've gotten in that realm?
I mean, there's the obvious advice where it's like, if people are saying nasty things about you, don't read it, but that's easier said than done. But for me, it's just about, you know, be yourself, and you know, if you're being your true self, then you can't really worry about what other people think of you.
Now, you guys are some of our favorite movie besties, the Three Amigos. I'm just curious, what were your impressions of each other when you guys first met on that first movie?
Huh.
Well, I remember when I first met you at your audition,
Yeah.
Your
and we
audition tape is
bonded
hilarious.
immediately.
You guys were
remember?
great.
Yeah, no, it was definitely pretty crazy how we literally didn't even know each other. It
And
just-
then immediately I was like, I like this guy.
It's the one.
Yeah, that's pretty
Um,
amazing.
Well, I feel like when I first met you at the screen test, I was like, I'm not gonna get this. I'm way too tall.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, I was just the tallest one, and I was like, this is gonna.
But everyone was tall
Yeah.
as well, though. Like Laura was tall, you
Yeah.
were tall.
Hmm.
Like, I
like,
remember
this
thinking to
isn't
John,
gonna
I was
work.
like, bro, what's going on here?
But guess what? We walked into the room,
There was
and
a
there were
chair.
chairs.
There was
And I was
a-
like, yes.
There's still hope.
There's still hope. And here we are today. Here we are today.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm getting wrapped really quick before I let you guys go. Zendaya, I just want to say, I know you are the CFDA fashion icon already, but you are also Access Hollywood Style Star of the Year.
Oh.
So I just really quick wanted to ask you about your latest look, which was this stunning vintage Roberto Cavalli you wore to Ballon d'Or. Tell me about choosing that look.
I actually I was kind of going through like archive. There's like a lot of Instagram pages that have like archival pieces and kind of bring up old pieces, and that was one that I had sent to Law, and I was like, we got to do this for something.
It's awesome.
And Law, being the genius that he is, worked with Fausto Puglisi, which is the head designer at Roberto Cavalli, and he was actually the person that I went to my first Met with, so I've known him for
That's
quite a
so
long
cool.
time. Yeah. And they recreated that dress for me, and what was perfect about it is I wanted it for Spider-Man because it reminded me of
Doc
Doc
Ock, right?
Ock. So it's my own version of Doc Ock.
That's really cool that
Slash-
you do
That's
that.
really dope, yeah.
Slash like a little bit of the black and gold suit, you know?
Yeah.
A little reference
I think
there,
it's
but-
really cool. I don't do any of that stuff, and I'm going to start doing it. I actually wore this to be more like the Goblin